Yes, my people. Welcome back to another stream on the channel. Hope everyone is doing well. And it's a big stream today. I can't lie. It's a big stream today. Some big Liverpool transfer news, some big Liverpool news, man. Xabi Alonso, is he going to replace Arne Slot? Is Konate going to leave Liverpool? These are all the things that we are going to discuss in today's live stream. Smash up the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and we're on the road to 3K. And yeah, big up to everybody there. Big up to Jacob in the house. We've got Benjamin in here, Catalan in here. You never walk alone. Yeah, mad thing there. Everyone's in the building. Good to see. And yeah, man, I think we're best off starting with the Konate thing, the David Ornstein article that he ultimately did put out this morning. Do let me know if the mic's working all right, because I've adjusted a couple of things. So yeah, what's some comments here? Slot in to the end of the season. Alonso will come early summer. Hopefully, my friends, hopefully we will discuss all of those things. Would I take Xabi Alonso? Personally, myself, I mean, I'm going to discuss it. So the big one is the Konate news, isn't it? The David Ornstein article. And this is what he's had to say. Ibrahim Konate is on track to exit Liverpool at the end of the season due to his contract expiring. There has been no breakthrough on new terms. That plus the deals of the Virgil van Dijk, Gomez ending 12 months later means Arne Slot's recruitment focus will be at the heart of the defence. Well, I'd hope so. And I'd hope so the heart of the defence, the heart of us actually bringing in centre-backs would actually begin this summer. I'm sorry. This is where the board are not being let off. I don't care if people come into my chat and say, Brax, why are you being negative? Liverpool 11 games unbeaten. We're going to get top 4. We're into the next round of the cup. Fuck the cup. Fuck the top 4. I'm thinking about long term with this football club. Virgil van Dijk is turning 35 this summer, and he's going to be leaving Liverpool a year later. Gomez is leaving a year later. And you think it's acceptable and okay for Konate to leave on a free and not see anything regarding a new centre-back? Oh, we'll bring in Ordonez. Fuck Ordonez. This is Liverpool Football Club. I want to retain being at the top level. I want to retain winning the Premier League. I want to retain winning trophies. We have to bring in a centre-back this window, and it is a must. It's a priority. It is literally all or nothing. Amazon documentary vibes. Man City or Arsenal, all or nothing. They will know all about that. We need an all or nothing documentary, because what is going on right now at this football club is an absolute disgrace. How can you let Konate leave this club? Yeah. Virgil van Dijk gets to 35 a year later, and Gomez a year later, not bring in a centre-back. Even if their contracts wasn't running out, we need to bring in a centre-back. How have we not seen any links other than to fucking Gahey about a centre-back? How? And I remember everyone said in the summer, the contract situation is going to start to be fixing at Liverpool. You won't see players leave on a free. Well, as it stands, Konate is about to leave Liverpool Football Club on a free. I think we're all in agreement. Konate is probably worth about 70 million quid. I think if you was to sell Konate for a prime fee, I think you can get at least 70 million quid for him. Whether that's to Real Madrid, PSG, whatever club, yeah? I remember people saying to me in the summer, though, Van Dijk, Salah deals, Trent wanted to go, guarantee you'll see Konate sign the contract. I was delusional enough. I thought Konate would have signed the contract by now. With the Real Madrid interest ending back in November, I guarantee you now, I think this guy is still probably going to go to Real Madrid, or he's going to go to Paris Saint-Germain. It is going to be an absolute disgrace if we let Konate leave on a free with no proper replacements. How can you possibly wait till the summer? How can you possibly wait and put all your eggs into one basket of trying to pick up a Mark Gahey on a free transfer? Other than Mark Gahey, who is out there that we are going to get? The Bastonis of this world is going to be a difficult deal to do. I like the likes of the Ordinez deals, if I'm being truly honest with you, as a long-term replacements, but we need to buy for the here and now. We brought Alexander Isak for the here and now. We signed Mo Salah and Van Dijk to their contracts for the here and now. Not for 5 years later. We brought players in the summer who are like 25, 26 for the here and now. They're not 21, 20. Oh, yeah, we'll build them up, and then we'll go for the league in a couple of years. No. No. You have to go and win the league next season. And you have to win trophies this season. You have to. You have to. And this is what I said to people days after days. This Liverpool team, we still need another 200 million spent on us. We still need another 200 million quid spent on this team. Absolute disgrace, if I'm being truly honest with you. The fact that we need to spend another 200 million to fix this Liverpool team. Sign Konate to a fucking contract or sell the cunt. I guarantee you can probably sell Konate for 30, 40 million quid and then go and get Mark Gahey. Oh, we're losing out on Konate, so we'll sell him to... I like Mark Gahey. Is he better than Konate? Let's be honest. No. Is he better than 34-year-old Virgil van Dijk? No. So he's third choice then, theoretically, in the pecking order. How can we possibly let another player go on a free? James Milner, yeah, cool, let him go on a free. But how old is Konate? 26, I believe, maybe 27. Konate is 26. How can we let a centre-back who's going into their prime years go on a free? Another 26-year-old that's gone on a fucking free. How many more players are we going to let go on a free? Like I said, I'm not bothered about your Origis, your Oxlade-Chamberlains, your Milners going on a free transfers because you're not going to get much for them. And two, they're not a part of the team's long-term future plans. But how are you letting Konate go on a free? You let Trent go on a free. You let him play you behind your back and be a rat of a fucking snake. And now you're letting Konate go on a free transfer. How? Oh, but we're getting Gahey in the summer, lads. It's all okay. That's what the top red will fucking tell you. Oh, stop being negative. We're 11 games unbeaten. We're into the next round of the Carabao Cup. How about think about the long-term future of this club? We don't just need 200 million spent in the centre-backs. We need... So now Konate is probably going to be leaving. Let's just say Konate is leaving the club. Obviously, he can still sign a new contract. Let's just say Konate is leaving the club. Right? We need minimum 2 centre-backs, a right-back, a midfielder, and 2 left wingers. We're back into the same position again where we'll do a bit of work and then we'll do a bit of work the next summer. Because I guarantee you're not going to see the window that we just had. I think that was a window market opportunity the club have always liked, and Alexander Isak. You couldn't say no to Florian Wirtz. Even FSG could not say no to Florian Wirtz. It would literally be like leaving, I don't know, £1,000 in front of someone's feet. Like, you're going to pick it up and take it, aren't you? Like, come on, man. What are we doing here? How are we letting another player run down their contract and go on a free again? And we've known this for a while. We've known this for a while. And what have we done to prepare ourselves? What has the football club done to prepare for this? What have they done to prepare for this? We're literally a fucking injury away from playing Endo. Endo is going to be playing centre-back if Van Dijk or Konate goes down injured from now to the end of the season. So that's this season written off. This season can still somehow be successful. We can still win an FA Cup. I believe Liverpool can win an FA Cup. I believe we can win a Champions League. I think we actually have the squad. And people who say that we don't have the squad, I think they're lying. Because ultimately in the summer, everyone was like, oh my God, just give us the league now. Give us the trophies now. I care about this club, man. I want us to do well on and off the pitch. But what is fucking Richard Hughes doing? If Konate is asking for too much, right? Let's say he's asking for stupid wages. I can understand it and hear it. But I believe Konate's wages that he's actually asking for is not too bad. Does Konate deserve high-level wages based off his performances this season? No, he doesn't. But that doesn't excuse the whole contract situation. 23 of you in the building, man. So make sure you smash the like button and make sure you are also subscribing to the channel as well. Let me get through some of your comments because the chats are building up. Big up to Jacob in the house. Sell Konate now. If we get a 40 million offer for Konate, would I sell him? Probably. I'll take Konate at Barca. I could see it happening at Barca too. Big up Benjamin in the house. We definitely need centre backs now. Facts. Benjamin possibly, yeah. Slot until the end of the season. Alonso will come early. Alonso will get more respect at Liverpool. Facts. Puts you again, doing all right, mate. Hope you're doing well. We're going to need 2 centre backs in the summer. New DM as well. New right winger, right back as well. Insane. Facts. And that's why I didn't give that window that we had in the summer a perfect window, because we didn't get everything we ultimately needed. Yes, did we sign world-class players? Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz. Yes, we did. I was gassed. With the clips and the live streams are still there to go and rewatch. When we had that Isak, here we go, man, I was buzzing. People in the chat know how much I rate Isak. He's on the fucking backdrop, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, people know how much I liked Alexander Isak as a player. I wanted him before he even joined Newcastle when he was at Sociedad days. I wanted Isak. I was gassed. Isak was the one player out of all the players that we signed I was the most excited for. Because he's a bad man. Yeah. But looking back in hindsight, not signing that centre-back has been crucial. If we lose out on Gahey, we are finished. Big up Reaction. We were doing well, my mate. Big up to you, bro. Big up Captain Fletch. Salah VVD could have left on a free too, but they have respect for your club. Virgil looked half-arsed last night. Murillo's definitely a centre-back name I would 100% take at Liverpool. I think he's quality. The footy we play is atrocious. Sign or you're not playing, he will sign instantly. Konate should be sold this month, if not signing. Plus out, Alonso in. Catalan I would sell this month. Koundé, Konate, Kabasi, Balde sounds saucy. Man, I wish we signed Koundé, man, when he was at Sevilla, man. I remember we was linked to him for a little bit. I think Koundé's is quality, man. They won't sack Slot. They will give him until the end of the summer at the very least. I agree. Unfortunately, Endo might as well be a fan in the stands. Hey, Endo's going to be playing centre-back very soon. Gomez was atrocious last night. League One side who are 17th. Big up Wesley in the chat. I'm not even talking about Martinelli, mate. What are we doing here? Well, am I mentioning Martinelli one bit? Am I mentioning Martinelli one bit? No, I'm not. Chat, 7 likes away from 20, man. Let's try and get these likes up. But I'm absolutely fuming. It looks like Konate is going to probably be still leaving the club. I mean, look, it's just pathetic, isn't it? Because, you know, we'll now just be spilled a load of bullshit. Oh, we're going to, you know, get the centre-backs in. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, it's not... I don't care, man. But no, people will tell me Konate leaving the club is good. You know, he's not been great this season. Okay, so it's just fine. We'll just let a 26-year-old that we can still get decent money for, who's about to go in his prime of his career, leave on a free. That's good, is it? No matter what you think and rate of him. Foot me shows where your standards are at this football club. Yeah, that's literally what is being said, and obviously this is what David Ornstein has said. Also, by the way, Virgil van Dijk and Gomez are leaving 2 years later. I can understand if Konate is asking for ridiculous wages, but I don't believe he is. And this is the Liverpool wage bill, right? This is the Liverpool wage bill. As much as do I think Konate has performed this season, No, I don't. Do I think Konate deserves 300 grand a week? No. But he deserves more than fucking 70. He's leaving on a free. I'm sorry. Let's go through the players who earn more than him. Mamardashvili's a backup goalkeeper, earns more. Alexis McAllister, okay, fair enough. That is valid. Bearing in mind his contract's up in 2 years. That's going to be an interesting conversation. Allison's up in a year. We need to get some of these 2028 deals, man. We need to be careful on these, man, because these are creeping up. Chiesa earns double of him, doesn't play. Robertson earns double. He's a backup. But to be fair, that contract was in place before Milos Kerkez came in. Cody Gakpo is earning 3 times the amount as you. I can understand where Konate is showing a bit of frustration when he's looking at players at the club who are earning decent dough, and he's not being given that contract. Konate is a good centre back. And people will say to me, "Oh, you're a Konate fanboy." No, it's not about being a Konate fanboy. Do I think Konate's played well this season? No, but ultimately, I do think he is a good centre back, and I think once we solidify and actually improve on that right back role in the actual system, I think Konate as a whole, as a performances, will actually improve. I actually do think they will improve. And this whole Konate situation, forget what you think about Konate if you think he's shit, bang average, or quality. This Konate situation is bigger than what it is, because we have managed to let another 26-year-old run down a contract again. Richard Hughes and Michael Richards have been at the club for 2 years this summer. What the fuck have they done positively when it comes to contracts? Bar and give Cody Gakpo, Arne Slot on a new contract. We give Quandra a new contract. Okay, future planning, may just get a bit more money from in the summer. Cool. We get Van Dijk and Salah contracts. Cool. But what else have we actually done? We've allowed it to get down to that situation. And now Konate is going to be leaving the club. Wesley, things are getting embarrassing at Madrid. Why do you want Xabi Alonso in place of Slot? Well, are you asking, do I want him in place of Slot? Xabi Alonso or Luis Enrique? Luis Enrique, mate. Manifest Salah tomorrow in AFCON. Yeah, let's be honest here, nobody has been consistent this season. Dominic Szoboszlai. Isn't Endo on 140? No, Endo is on 50 grand a week. Endo is on 50 grand a week at Liverpool. Mad, I know. I agree, Flicker's done. Oh, they're on about each other. Why do you ever chat about the Arsenal? Because funny enough, it's a Liverpool stream. The way we have handled contracts over the last couple of years has been awful. Also, Robertson contract expires in 6 months as well. No word on that. The amount of players that we're letting go for free is actually a joke. Look at the contract situation, please. Right? Reece Williams. Okay, cool. Calvin Ramsey. Been at the club for literally 5 years. He's going to go on a free and better kick the ball. Freddie Woodman. That was a stopgap. Okay. Trenioni and Engamo signed to new contracts. Bajcetic, I would honestly just sell at this point. I like Bajcetic, but he's just not going to get fit. Endo, I think Endo will have a leave on a free unless we get a price in the summer. Curtis Jones, need to give him a new contract. He's got a year left. Giovanni Aloni's got obviously years left. Konate's obviously runs out this summer. Conor Bradley's got obviously 3 years plus. Kirkus has got 4 years. That's kind of... Gomez is going to be leaving in. I think Gomez will leave on a free ultimately. Mamardashvili's got years left. Same with Frimpong. Szoboszlai looks like he's close to a new deal. McAllister's got 2 years. Allison, I think, will leave on a free in a year, which by that point, Mamardashvili should be okay. Gravenberch, need to get him tied down to a new contract. No messing about. Chiesa, I think, will be sold this summer or this window. Robertson, I think, will leave on a free. And obviously, Wirtz and everyone else has the years left. Go to Gakpo. I know it says 2026, but obviously, it is actually 2031, I believe. And obviously, Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk's, their contracts end in just over 12 months. So you can see the concern that I have for the club, the long term of this club, that the fact that we are letting these players run down their contracts. How is Reece Williams on the book? because he's not even good enough for a League Two team. Reece Williams is genuinely shit. I think genuinely Reece Williams would get absolutely skinned like a potato if he was even in Ballers League. PSG lost at home last night to Paris FC. Yeah, I did see that, to be fair. Alonso was always the first choice after Klopp announced he was leaving. Slot out, Alonso in all day long. Seen the League One running rings around us. Wild times. Yeah, last night. We'll speak a bit about last night's game. But no, this comment is absolute facts. The way we've handled the context situation has been a joke. People are trying to gaslight it. What you think is good, is it? Letting players get down to their last 6 months and then turn them down to a new contract a month or 2, 3 months bigger. You think that's good, is it? You think that's good standards? Do you think Manchester City would allow this? Does Real Madrid allow this? No? You're a son or you fuck off. And if you don't want to sign, fine, you let you go on a free. Like a Rudiger, I believe he's going to go on a free. They don't want him anymore. Fine, you go on a free. If they see value and they want that player to set the club, they either sign or jog on. And this is the mentality we need to have. We need to have this mentality that Real Madrid have and that Manchester City have. Do you think, what other club allows this? Genuinely, what other club allows this? I gave him a pass on the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation, but they're not getting a pass for Konate. They're not getting a pass for the other players who are coming down to their last 2 years. The 2-year point in a contract is the most dangerous part because the player holds the cards with 2 years to go. Because from 2 years to go, most players start talking to clubs. Most players start thinking about whether they're actually going to sign the damn thing or whether they're just going to run it down and go on a free. I guarantee you this is the future because Real Madrid set that into a lot of players' heads. You've seen Real Madrid over the past couple of years. Mbappe, Rudiger, Alaba, Trent Alexander-Arnold all go to their club on a free contract. They start speaking to them at 18, 2 years before. Come to us on a free because if they've got good value and a good age in them, so let's say if they are like 24, 25, they'll be like, yeah, that's fine. We'll get you in your prime years. Run it down for 2 years. Enjoy your time at your club and we'll get you on a free, give you a fat wage signing on fee. Good contract. Plus you're joining Real Madrid. And yeah, happy days. Why is it always my club? Why can't we be that elite club that gets contracts sorted? You should never let your best players get down to 2 years because you've let the mass slip. I gave him the pass on the Trent, but I'm not giving him a pass on this one. I'm sorry. I can't give him a pass because, yes, Szoboszlai looks like he's going to be signing the. But what about Alexander McAllister? What about Ryan Gravenberch? Your Robertson's and that much. I don't mind too much, right? Because he is ultimately a backup. He is ultimately, 32 going on to 33. I give him a pass. But I'm not giving you a pass for players who are fucking going into their prime years of their years. Between 24 and 28. How can you let those age brackets of players run down their contract? I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. This is why I respect the death row contracts. Facts, because you got the value in there. And the thing is, people laugh at Chelsea. Chelsea have given loads of death row contracts to all their new players. Am I lying? Yes. No, not lying, sorry. All the players they sign, they give them really big contracts. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, but they're stuck at the club now. No, they're not. You want the player, you pay the fee. And 2, if Chelsea don't want the player, they'll just sell him anyway. You can still get rid of players who are on like 6, 7 years. I mean, for God's sake, look how many players they've signed, man. They've signed about 7 billion goalkeepers and they've moved half of them on. And they give big deals and big contracts to them. And that's why I never really bantered the whole Chelsea contract situation strategy plan, because to be honest, it actually works because you can still get rid of the player. You're getting actually your money's back. And plus, if it's a quality player like Cole Palmer, you ain't gonna be concerned or worried about him going down to his final 2 years, are you? That's one of the actual good things about probably Chelsea's situation when it comes to, you know, the contracts. The game reminds me of the Villa game. Could have been 2-0 down early. Yeah, we should have been 1-0 down in that first minute. I see Dembele in the Prem soon. What, Ousmane Dembele? Also, Luis Enrique is having issues in negotiations because he wants core players to be given what they want. The PSG hierarchy don't want to break the wage structure. Such bullshit. And that's where the mentality becomes into the club. You know, they take the risk, they take the stands. They don't think the player deserves that much. You either take it or you jog on. Bye-bye. No sentimental value. You know? That's what Liverpool ultimately need to do. Yeah, Reece Williamson at the club is absolutely mad. He did very well in that 6 months, 7 months he was at the club in terms of with Nat Phillips, but let's be real. He was absolutely he can't even get minutes for a League Two team in Morecambe Bay. Like Morecambe Bay, I get Morecambe Bay is probably more famous for Tyson Fury and that, but like, come on, innit? If you can't start for Morecambe fucking Bay, you need to be just quit football. If you can genuinely not start for League One, League Two teams, Championship teams, why are you at Liverpool Football Club? Why? Just get rid of the contract instead of just paying and just stabbing along and jogging along because we're wasting everyone's time. I have seen that, yeah, Carrick's new, he is the new manager of Manchester United, isn't he? Wasn't he at Middlesbrough previously, am I right? I swear he was at Middlesbrough previously. But no, it looks like Konate is going to ultimately probably be leaving Liverpool Football Club. And to be honest, I say I'm not even surprised, to be honest. I'm not even surprised. And this is also what David Ornstein did say in Liverpool summer focus is expected to be centre-back. No Brute from Konate, plus Van Dijk and Gomez expiring in 2027. Right-back recruitment not planned by LFC this window. And Salah staying, but situation ones to watch at the end of the season. So yeah, it's looking like Big Ibu is ultimately going to be leaving the club. It looks like he is going to be club. Oh, here we go. Mr. Indicator's coming out with the nonsense again. I know he's going to say, and we all know he's going to say, but it looks like Salah, yes, he isn't going to be leaving the club this month. And it looks like the summer is going to be the defense rebuild. What about the midfield rebuild? What about the wingers that we need? We need 5 players. Oh, is anyone confident in us getting 5 players? Is anyone literally confident in us getting 5 players? Because we generally need 5+ players. You look at the players that Liverpool need, okay? Look at the players that we need. 2 centre-backs. Konate's gone. Let's just say Konate's gone. Bibu. Konate, and we need another centre-back regardless if Konate's staying in the club. So that's 2. We need a winger. I would argue we need 2 wingers. Cool, that's 4 players. But I'll take at least 1 winger because you'll have Hugo Coutinho will improve. And plus, if Salah leaves, I'm sorry, that's 2 wingers. I'm sorry, minimum. That's why I want 2 wingers. So that's 4 players. We also need a midfielder. That's 5 players. 5 fucking players. That's going to be like another 250 million spent. And if you look at the players, where are we actually going to be recruiting the money? Maybe if we sell McAllister might leave. I think we can get 70 million plus for McAllister. I think we can get 16 million, 50 million for Mohamed Salah with Saudi. So I think we can recuperate well over 100 million in sales. Shame we can't do that with Konate. Oh wait, no, we're letting a 26-year-old leave on free. Good one. So yeah, let's just play it hypothetically. Let's say we get Ordonez. Ordonez is in. I don't know. Let's just say 15 million bucks. Gayhe's on a free. Let's say we bring in Antonio Nusa. Although, in my opinion, we need someone better. I want Bradley Picola. Let's say Bradley Picola, 70 million. Adam Wharton. Do you see where I'm going with this? I think you could genuinely make a case. We need 3 centre backs. And I'm going to explain why I think we need 3. Konate's gone. So that means we need 2. Minimum 2. 2 centre backs. Because we already need a centre back now. Even if Konate was staying. The reason why I think we need 3 centre backs is because Van Dijk is 35. He's going to be 35 in July. Let me have a look. Van Dijk age. He's 34, so he's 35 on the 8th of July. We need another centre back. We might need genuinely 3 centre backs. 3 centre backs. Because am I confident in Giovanni Leone coming straight back into this team? Nope. He's literally a 19-year-old kid who's just done an ACL. He's going to need time. Mark Gahey, I think he's a very good starter for Liverpool. I will take it. Ordonez, does he start? Nope. So I think we need to go and get another centre-back. Catalan, how much would it cost us for us to get Kabasi at your club? How much would it cost for us to get your club? I want to Koundé as our right back, man. Slack slot now. I can see you signing Nico Williams. You think Liverpool are signing Nico Williams? The reason why Nico Williams will never leave Bilbao is because of this. Let me show you. You're going to fall off some of your... If you have not seen, you're going to fall off your fucking seat. Nico Williams is on 320,000 euros a week. He also has a release clause of 95 million. His contract ends in 9 years. You think we're buying Nico Williams? Bloody hell. Not even Barca, Arsenal, he is staying there. Barca won't sell Catalan players. And Diane Leone are the future of LFC centre-back partnership. Yeah, but we need to think about the here and now. When it comes to the centre-back future, Ndai, and Leone, that aspect, with us potentially bringing in 1 or 2 more young centre-backs, I'm not concerned about the future of the centre-back positions. I'm concerned about the now when it comes to the centre-backs. Because Van Dijk is 34, Konate is leaving the club, Gomez is leaving a year later. What centre-backs do we have right now that he's going to come in and be that guy for the next 5 years? Right now, not in 5 years, right now for the next 5 years. We don't have that centre-back right now at the football club. We can't just assume we're getting Mark Gahey. We can't. If Manchester City go in for Mark Gahey and say, ER Palace, 40 million, how about that in your face? We already know Mark Gahey, I think, would probably say yes to a Man City. Yes, he may prefer Liverpool, but he might say yes to a Manchester City. We don't know this information as of yet. But no, we're not signing Nico Williams. Ordonez or Gahey or both. Why not both? Are you on about the guy at Crystal Palace? If so, I'm not taking Lacroix, mate. He's good on FIFA, but he's Lacroix. Lacroix's okay, but like, come on, man. Makamo, Elliott, Konate, Chiesa, Endo will all be gone in the summer. Injuries in the... Well, if we're looking at trying to recuperate money for the summer, I think if McAllister does go, which I'm a big McAllister fan, I don't want Macca to go, man. I don't want him to go. He's probably my fan favourite player. I love McAllister. Because I actually think McAllister in an Alonso system will actually do very much better. And I think once he has a full summer off, I think he can come back better at the club, right? But let's just say McAllister's unfortunately sold. 60 million, 70 million. Okay. Mo Salah. I reckon for McAllister and Mo Salah, I think you can get 120 there. Elliot not having playing football for another year, I think it does decrease his price tag. I think we can still get 30. Konate's obviously on a free. Endo and everyone. I think we can recuperate 150 in the summer. And we're going to need to spend at least 250. So let's say we get Gahey, that's on a free, that's calm. We bring in Ordonez, 15, 20 million. Okay. Bradley Bacola plus Ordonez is probably going to cost you 100 million. Adam Wharton, that's 160. You then need 2 more centre backs. Maybe another centre back. Let's just say we get a centre back for like 30 M's. Right, let's just say that. We'll sell another one of those young centre backs again. Right? So let's say that's another 20 million. We get a winger, 50 million, Bosch, 250 done. So yeah, that's what I think. Big up Jordan in the chat, my friends. Reacts, you said on this show, talk about the superior team in England. When did I say that? Big up, mates. Big up footyreactstv chat. How are you? I'm doing all right, my friends. Hope you're doing well. But I like Lacroix a little bit, but I don't rate him like rate him. If I'm being honest. But also, what's interesting about this Ornstein article is I managed to read through it. I don't know if I can share it because I don't know if I'll get copyrighted for it. But from reading, Salah's not going to be leaving this window. But at the end of the season, it's definitely. I think Mo Salah will leave the club. And also, we're not going to be getting a right back this summer. I'm actually all right with the right back situation. Get me a defender that can play right back and centre back. So I think a Gahey can play across the front back four. I would be content and ultimately happy with that if I'm being honest. So I'm not too worried about that. As with Van Dijk, he's obviously going to leave, and Gomez, I believe unless someone gets an offer for Joe Gomez, he's ultimately going to be leaving on a free. It depends on how much work we want to do in the centre back role. Maybe we can get Joe Gomez gone for about 10, 15 million. Obviously, I know he was close to being sold in the summer. There was Palace sniffing around. There's AC Milan, I believe. I think a couple of more. I think Nottingham Forest as well. So yeah. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, isn't it? It's definitely going to be interesting. Big up to everyone in the building, though. Smash up the like button and subscribe. Who do you want in centre backs? Who do I want in centre backs? Murillo's a player I like. I like Murillo a lot. Bastoni is the dream. I like a couple of the Barcelona ones again, but they're not going to be sold, are they? Pacho is my top. If you're saying to me top 3 centre backs, Pacho's in the top 3. I rate Pacho very highly at PSG. I believe he's only got 2 or 3 years left. Do you want Xabi Alonso at Liverpool? Yes. Whatever, Arne Slot. Yeah, we need centre back stadium on a winger. Blueberry hoodie. You. I don't mean that. It's literally just a teddy bear, like type hoodie thing. You know. So, yeah, man. No, I need a fresh trim though, mate. I need to top up the fade a bit though, so we'll get that sorted on Friday. But no, look, we definitely still need to bring in players, man. We definitely need to bring in centre backs because, I mean, look, the situation is very much a concern, isn't it? And you know, we're just gonna have to ultimately wait and see. You know, we have to bring in a centre back because, like I said, if a Konate does go down, oh my God, Ben Jacobs bomber, Ben Jacobs a bomber. Manchester City prepared to make. I don't know if it's a bomber, but we'll have to see. But Manchester City prepared to make a January bid for Mark Gay. Talks have taken place in the last few days with Crystal Palace. Man City taping Crystal Palace 35 mil plus asking price drops as the window progresses. Although Palace are open to a sale on the right terms, the player asking price is down to the needs of the fund a replacement. Gay's on a free agent this summer and always been in contact to see out the season, then pick his next club. So Manchester City would need to persuade him on the value, both football and financial, of leaving mid-season. Liverpool and Arsenal are keen on the summer transfer. Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and Inter Milan are among others have inquired. Understand Barcelona have held a meeting in which Hansi Flick was present, but not currently moving forward. Man, I need help. Man, I need help. God, give me strength. God, I beg you, give me strength. Oh. So Man City are going to basically put in a bid for Mark Gay. That's literally what's happening. They are going to be putting in a bid in for Mark Gay. I thought, go back and watch the streams. I did a stream on the stream where I was talking about Bradley Bacola. Did I or not? Did I say Gay to Man City this week? Watch. Oh, but I'm being negative about the club. Oh, we're into the next round of the cup. Fuck the cup. Fuck this shit. Think about the future of this club. If we lose out on Gay, oh man. Oh. I swear, if we actually lose out on oh man, Man City actually fuck off, you Mancunian cunts. We're actually gonna lose out to Mark Gahey. Man, I need energy. City will snap him up by the weekend. They ain't messing about. They ain't messing about. We've only got ourselves to blame. We've only got ourselves to blame. We've literally only got ourselves to blame. 25 in the building, man. Smash up the like. Come on, man. Make sure you're subscribing as well. We're a joke. We're actually a joke. We are literally a laughing stock. Oh, man. You've got to be kidding. You've actually got to be kidding. By the way, it's Louis Diaz's birthday. You've actually got to be kidding. You've actually got to be kidding, man. Oh, man. You've actually got to be kidding. We're definitely losing out on him. I think Mark Gay is going to Manchester City. I think Mark Gay is going to go to Manchester City, isn't he? But yeah, Man City. Yeah, they're gonna get him, man. I can see it. How? This was literally us in the summer. This was literally us in the summer. This was literally us in the summer, man. Oh. This was literally us in the summer. It was all in our hands. This was literally us in the summer. We had it all, man. Had it all. Yeah, that literally was the fucking mood. I don't know, look, I know nothing's happened of yet, and I know, but do you see why I'm concerned about the summer? Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Bayern, Inter Milan, Barcelona. Do you see how many clubs are going to be in for him? I'm telling you now, there's going to be even more. Mark Gay's going to have that many teams on a fucking list. It's going to be like a Christmas list. Only clowns want rubbish Gay. Gay's not rubbish. Who isn't rubbish that Liverpool can buy? Oh, man, if we actually lose out. See what if you rate Gay or not. Losing out to Man City having Gay as a here we fucking go in the summer is embarrassing. I'm sorry. This was oh. We literally had Gay wrapped up. People are joining the stream probably thinking, fuck me, Gay's actually here we go. It's actually not. It's not here we go. This was literally the 1st of September. With this, look, I'm going to show you something. Gay goodbye video. I'm not going to show you the actual video because if you want to see the video, you can go and watch the video. The video is actually there, the actual official goodbye video. But like, just Google images. Look, Gay literally had the goodbye video, man. Fuck the sun. It was all done. The goodbye video and everything was all done. We had the here we go. We had everything. And now I think he's going to be going to Manchester City. I do. With Man City are showing that true intent. Man City are showing the true intent. Man City need centre backs. So they are going to buy someone this window. I think Man City will just throw in a bid. And the most important thing now is all Man City have to do is persuade him on to leave mid-season. They persuade him to leave mid-season, he is theirs. Man City are paying that 35 mil asking price. And this is what is wrong with this football club. Letting players just slip between our fingers yet again. You couldn't. You just couldn't write it, could you? You just couldn't ultimately write it. Who isn't rubbish? Anybody who isn't. Well, that's just not a bit thingy, isn't it? Big up to everyone in the building, man. Big up. But this was literally us in the summer, and now, yeah. Oh God. I don't even know, man. I'll be honest with you. By the way, I've just seen this. This was yesterday. Timo Werner to the MLS. Timo Werner's going to the MLS, you know. Man, should have chosen us all those years ago, shouldn't you, mate? When he wanted to go to Chelsea. Let's be a lesson learned. Oh man. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I do want to speak about the Xabi Alonso situation. You know, we'll stay live for another 20 minutes or so. Team event is 29. Any good up and coming players we can buy? There's a few. Any look good from AFCON? We'll get Choke, FFF. What if Xabi Alonso went to City but Pep didn't leave? Wait, what? Callan, I think they will get him. I think they will, if I'm being honest. I do. But no, look, Xabi Alonso is no longer at Real Madrid. That's actually quite funny, to be fair. But no, there's not been any developments in terms of links for Liverpool. But this is coming from the Athletic. News sources close to Xabi Alonso say he will stay in Madrid for now for family reasons, but have not ruled out him taking charge of another club this season. They remain optimistic about future options, reports the Athletic. So future options, surely that's Liverpool. Ultimately, that's Liverpool, because you ain't going to Bayern Munich right now because they've got what's his name there, Vincent Kompany. So there's no chance about that. If you're not, also this is about Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp and Robert Madrid interest. This has absolutely nothing to do with me, and it's triggered me nothing whatsoever. My former manager, bro, bless up Jurgen every single time. He's doing well, man. Like, look at him, he's happy there, man. He's lost the stress in the face. Like, you look at Jurgen Klopp there to when he was at Liverpool at the end of the season. Just even watching him in interviews and just looking at the body language, he looks so much more happier. And he actually looks more healthy as well. He actually just looks more healthy. But Xabi Alonso is staying in Spain as of right now. Probably just spending time with family, to be honest. You know, not making any rash decisions in terms of your managerial, you know, managerial career. So yeah, his time at Real Madrid is over. Xabi Alonso is going to be thinking there. What's Indicala said this morning? Sources close to Xabi Alonso have told us his next club will be one where he is allowed to coach the players with a strong football operations setup already in place. He believes he can create a winning environment if all the tools are there. Well, Liverpool will absolutely love you because we could do someone that actually bothers and cares about the academy. Because right now, there's no one at the club that actually bothers and cares with the academy. There literally isn't. So we would happily Klopp last job likely in Germany manager. I agree. You won't go to Bayern Munich. I've seen a few people say, "Well, you won't go Bayern." I think Jurgen Klopp does one more thing in the whole of football, and that's manage Germany. I think he will. You manage Germany. I think if he was to manage a club, do you know who Jurgen Klopp would really do well at? Atletico Madrid, because of how strong their fan base is, the values for that club. It's also not the biggest club in that country, so he could use it as like an underdog type thing. And Atleti do spend big money, so he would easily get backed as well. I think Jurgen Klopp at Atletico Madrid would be interesting. I think that would certainly be interesting. But as of now, Xabi Alonso is going to be staying in Spain, and yeah, obviously the reasons why he left ultimately was down to his decision, but I wouldn't be completely sure on that. Apparently, look, couple of other. We've all seen the clip of the Mbappe incident. I think that massively takes you know, centre stage. And obviously he is the favourite to become the next Liverpool manager if Arne Slot is to leave the club. So yeah, that's definitely definitely going to be interesting. But he has left Real Madrid. Real Madrid. He has left. He has left them. But will he become Liverpool manager? I guess we'll have to ultimately, you know, wait and see how that situation ultimately develops. In what kind of regards it's going to develop in, you know. So we'll have to just kind of wait and see on that. But it's exciting though. It's exciting, you know. These links now. So yeah, it's definitely. I'm excited, man. I'm excited about with the whole Alonso situation. Is he my first choice manager? No, because I want Luis Enrique as my first choice. Luis Enrique is the first choice manager that I think is possible and that you can somewhat get out of the club. I believe you can ultimately, you know. This is also something he said. Xabi Alonso told the club you can't give the players this much power. It is impossible for a coach to rule in a dressing room if the club is always taking the players' side. That's facts. You know, that's absolutely facts. When you got Xabi Alonso say, guys, come over here for a chat or guard of honor or anything like that, and Kylian Mbappe is like, no, and gets all the players to go to him, you've automatically, that is when you've lost the dressing room. The dressing room is completely gone if players are listening to a player as opposed to a manager. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this very much does develop. Will Alonso be the next man? Hot take, Hansi Flick leaves Pep Barca. Hansi Flick leaves Pep Barca era in the bin when he leaves. What does that even mean? Why don't you want... Who said we want Steven Gerrard as our manager? Slot is under pressure if he keeps on dropping points in the next league games with Alonso as a free man and previously linked with the Liverpool job. I think Arne Slot will be sacked at the end of the season if anything is going to come to light on that. I think ultimately he will be sacked at the end of the season if that's going to happen. You know, I think Fabrizio Romano has also done an update video on the situation with Jurgen Klopp as well. So let's actually take a listen. See if he actually mentions anything about Liverpool.
Updated in a crazy day, crazy hours on the transfer market, on the managers market, and so we have to enter into all the details of the stories. I'm here to keep you updated as always because the big bomb of the day, and you can find all details in my previous video here on YouTube, Xabi Alonso out of Real Madrid and Álvaro Arbeloa in as new Real Madrid head coach. A big story, a big bomb. Just to add to you that it's a very sad day for Xabi Alonso. Very sad day because Xabi was really hoping to make something special happen at Real Madrid. That was his intention. When Real Madrid presented Xabi Alonso as new head coach at Valdebebas in June, Xabi said in a very clear and strong way, I want to make Real Madrid fans happy when they see their team. I want them to recognize their team, the Real Madrid way, the Real Madrid quality, the Real Madrid style. Well, this didn't happen. Xabi is really sad about that. In the next months, he will start focusing on the next chapter of his career. I can guarantee to you that Xabi Alonso remains really appreciated in terms of clubs around the world, top clubs around Europe, still appreciating Xabi Alonso. This Real Madrid chapter was not exciting as we all expected, but still the consideration of Xabi Alonso is very positive. People know that this story was really affected by the dressing room and the relationship between Xabi and the dressing room. So more than Xabi's tactical approach, more than the relationship with the club, more than Xabi creating any problem, zero. The point was more in the relationship players, Xabi Alonso. This was the reason why this story didn't end well. So in the industry, he remains considered as one of the big names to follow for sure in the upcoming years. So I'm 100% sure we will mention Xabi Alonso many, many times in the near future. To answer all those asking me now about Jurgen Klopp, well, guys, tonight already started with many rumors. Let me say that just to clarify, I was mentioning that on my previous video, but it's important to clarify. Jurgen Klopp at the moment is fully focused on Red Bull project. He's really, really happy with what he's doing, as he said in public several times. But Jurgen Klopp has some people into Real Madrid board and management really big fan of what he did at Liverpool. People believing that Xabi Alonso had the Real Madrid style also as a person, also as a Real Madrid legend, but Jurgen Klopp in terms of energy as a coach can be a kind of Real Madrid manager one day. So for sure he's appreciated internally at Real Madrid, but that's it at the moment. There is nothing agreed, nothing discussed, nothing decided. So we have to be patient. Now it's Arbeloa moment, and then we will see what's going to happen with Jurgen Klopp in the future. First step must be Jurgen Klopp telling people in football in general, okay, I want to return. Because so far, Jurgen Klopp is only working in his new job, so not on the pitch, helping the Red Bull group, and this is what he wanted to do. If Jurgen Klopp decides to return, we will see what's going to happen eventually with Real Madrid. But now let's respect Alvaro Arbeloa. Just to add something on Real Madrid, guys, I received some questions on Hendrik. If Real Madrid have a recall clause for Hendrik from Olympique Lyon loan. My understanding, guys, is that yes, there is a recall clause into the contract of Hendrik between Real Madrid and Olympique.
So yeah, he's given his take. So it's going to be interesting. Where is Xabi Alonso going next? I think he does two things. I don't think he goes into a job now. I think ultimately what Xabi Alonso is going to do next is wait till the summer. Wait till the summer. See what happens. Evaluates at the club, and then ultimately I think Xabi is going to decide what he wants to do in the summer, whether that is to go to Liverpool, maybe go back to, not to make this disrespectful, but goes back to like a Leverkusen type club, builds up his craft again, because he did very well there in his 2.5 years he did there. Got Champions League football twice, won him a league title unbeaten. He won on the German Cup, and he was literally a game away from an unbeaten treble. So his work that he did in his first full season at Bayer Leverkusen should ultimately not be discredited. So, and I think if he was to come to Liverpool, he would definitely be given the time. He won't just be given 7 months and be sacked, unless it was really bad. Slot out ASAP. So yeah, it's looking like a lot of Liverpool fans are wanting Arne Slot gone. Obviously, this Alonso news has played a massive, role in that. So yeah, will he become Liverpool manager? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think if he is, he'll be at the end of the season. So Alonso's got time to regather his thoughts, prepare himself, because again, it would be I think it will be a very much of a difficult job. And I think every single Liverpool fan will 100% get behind him. Obviously, former player, legend of the club. He knows the club inside and out. You know, his kids were born in Liverpool, so he has that natural affection to the club on and off the pitch. And yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I think the only way Xabi Alonso ultimately doesn't become Liverpool manager this summer is if two things. Arne Slot goes and wins the Champions League and an FA Cup and top four. Other than that, I think the club will be like, you know what, he won this league in his first season, won an FA Cup and Champions League top four, and ultimately, I think, you know what, we'll give him another year. But I think if Alonso is available and you've got Slot in as manager, you've sometimes just got to take that that bite, that go, and yeah. So, but yeah, smash these likes up, chat. We've got over 30 of you in the building, man. Let's try and push these likes to 30 likes, and make sure you subscribe as well. We go through some more of your comments. Do you really think Xabi is better than Slot? Liverpool never sacked a manager that have won the league. Well, if it carries on, ultimately, yes, sack him. Yes. Seriously, nothing going to change until he's gone. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. But let's ultimately, what happens this season cannot be forgotten about what Arne Slot has done this season. £450 million spent, our worst form since 1953. And then a lot of the top Reds would be like, oh, we're 11 games unbeaten. Fuck you, 11 games. We're dropping points. We're 4 games unbeaten in 2026. 3 of them have been draws. 2 of them against poor teams in Leeds and Fulham. I'll give you the Arsenal one, and we're into the next round of the cup. And let's be honest, the game last night was not too great. I'm going to do a live stream later, talking a little bit about it. And I think I might try and get a panel show for a show later. So big up to Flick in the chat. Alonso's worst. What makes you say that? Please explain what's good about Slot. I don't want Slot as manager, mate. I've not once said I want Slot as manager. I want Slot gone. I want him out. Big up React. Slot knows his time is near, even if we don't go for Alonso, because after the world there will be managers stepping down. You know how last summer was the striker merry-go-round? This is the manager merry-go-round. Manchester United will be looking for their new permanent manager. Chelsea just sacked a new manager, brought in a new. They brought in the Matisse BTEC Matisse. Big up to Matisse. Obviously, who else? Real Madrid have obviously sacked a manager, so they're going to be bringing in their full proper manager. Obviously, they've only brought in an interim. Liverpool, that's going to be interesting around that side of things. Thomas Frank at Tottenham as well. Will Barcelona sack Flick? I don't know. Some Barca fans want Flick out, I've seen, actually. So there's going to be a lot of managers in the merry-go-round this summer. So it's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. And to see how it's all going to play out. I'm doing good, mate. I hope you're doing well yourself. I was replying to a comment. Oh, fair enough. You want to club Steve? Now he's look. Now he is. Here's a look way back. A state of those facts. What's that got to do with any of it? What has that literally got to do with anything? But no, there's currently no news about Alonso to Liverpool. Obviously, he's just going to be staying in Spain for a bit and enjoy his time off. But I've seen yesterday Conor Gallagher to Tottenham. Here we go for like 40 million. Absolute mad that, isn't it? Mad. But yeah, Manchester United have brought in Carrick. So the manager merry-go-round is gonna be definitely is gonna be interesting. Definitely is going to be interesting. And hopefully Liverpool potentially is going to be at the centre of that. Hopefully we will be at the centre of that. But yeah, Alonso to Liverpool. We'll have to just wait and see, chat. We'll have to just wait and see. Slot, school rubbish Alonso every time. Okay, then. So should we bring in Daniel Farke then? Because Daniel Farke took 4 points off Liverpool. Should we do that? Should we bring in Sean Dyche then? Because he beat Liverpool 3-0. Based off that logic, should we bring in Sean Dyche then? Question: would you take De Zerbi? I like De Zerbi. I like his style of football, but I don't think his mentality. Sorry, not his mentality. I think his cojones. I don't think he would survive the dickhead test at Liverpool. I don't know. I don't know if he would get along with the owners when the going gets tough and he doesn't get his own way. I think if you could take De Zerbi as a manager, his style of football and his passion that he delivers, I would 100% take De Zerbi. But I'm looking at the situation where if he doesn't get players he wants, he can kick up a fuss. And you saw that with, what was it, Tony Bloom at Brighton? So, and at Liverpool, ultimately, you've got to survive the dickhead pass to make it. And would De Zerbi pass that? I don't know. I don't know if he ultimately would. I don't want Alonso. I want Enrique. Same. I want Luis and Enrique as well. FSG want a yes man. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, FSG aren't going to bring in someone that's going to challenge them on conversations and point of views and stuff like that. They're not going to do that. They're going to want to bring in somebody that is going to not kick up a fuss, that is going to work well with them, that is going to get along with the club. So yeah, that's ultimately why I think they wouldn't bring in someone like a De Zerbi. I think if De Zerbi could actually potentially get along with the club, I actually think he would probably maybe be a contention to. He might be in contention to actually be a Liverpool manager, but other than that, I don't. No, I don't, unfortunately. But we'll have to wait and see, chat. We're just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen with Mr. Xabi Alonso. But yeah, bless up, man. 28 of you in the building. Slot hasn't lost a game in 11 games. Why do you want him out when he's doing well? Do you think the performances have been good? I'm not taking this at your comment, by the way. I'm just challenging it. Do you think the performances have been good? If so, what performances have been good? 2, we're not like it's been 11 straight wins. We've dropped. Look at the teams that we've dropped points to. You know, like, you know, we've probably played well in. I would genuinely go as far to say maybe 2.5 games. West Ham, we was okay. Inter Milan, I'll give you. Not Leeds first half, sorry, the Wolves first half, and that's against fucking Wolves, by the way. Wolves first half. And Arsenal, second half. The fact that I'm having to mention them first and second halves is a clear indication. I don't think we played well more than 2.5 games worth of football combined. Out of 11 games, and that's not clearly good enough, considering the form that you was on previously as well. And also the fact that Xabi Alonso, with his work and craft that he's done, there's certain players and managers that you just simply say no to, if I'm being truly honest. Do you back Arne Slot to win me the FA Cup? I think if Barnsley actually had a little bit of creativity and a bit more end product, I think the game could have been really close last night. I actually think Barnsley would have genuinely scored a couple of goals if they had a bit of end product, because they should have gone 1-0 up in the first 40 seconds, for God's sakes. Do you back us to win the Champions League when we're going to come up against elite level players? Bayern Munich are going to eat us alive with Harry Kane, with Luis Diaz and Elise creating chances, cooking our fullbacks. Even Real Madrid, despite their form this season. Barcelona, I'm going to be absolutely petrified of coming up against their attack. So yeah, I don't think he's done well. I think he's done well if you put all the games combined, 2.5 games of football max. Wolves first half, That's one half of football. Arsenal second half, that completes one game. Inter Milan, I'll give you. And West Ham second half. Other than that, where have we been good? Tottenham, fucking shocking. Leeds, crap. Both Leeds games, fucking dreadful. Dreadful. Was good until like the 50th minute at Ellen Road. At Anfield, shocking. Fulham, average. Average. Arsenal second half, I'll give you. Like I said. But let's not try and gaslight this. We're 11 games unbeaten. Like, we've been absolutely scintillating. We've won like 9 out of the 11 games. We've won half of the games. Like, I'm not gaslighting this one bit. You know, if Arne Slot goes unbeaten from now to the end of the season and loses maybe 2 games from now to the end of the season, and they're in the FA Cup and the Champions League, he's still keeping him. He probably would, but I wouldn't. De Zerbi can't set up a good defence. Low the same time he hasn't won. We've dropped 12 points. Facts. For me, so it's Luis Enrique every day, mate. So he's doing well. I mean, Alonso bearing a set of Spanish, and he got beat by Slot, so it's not a no from me. But again, does that mean you're bringing Sean Dyche then? Because he beat Liverpool. Would you bring in Daniel Farke because he took points off Liverpool this season in this game-winning run? Just saying. Would you take the PSV manager who slapped us 4-1 on Anfield? Big up to Clive, it'd be doing well. Also because he's you think he's doing, yeah. Garni's sacking. Barnsley left wing is better than Gakpo. Barnsley left wing actually looked good. Low-key worst Liverpool have seen since War in charge. Yep. No, it's facts, chat. Facts. Madrid want Klopp. Yeah. What about previous seasons? What about previous seasons? I don't know what you mean by what do you mean by what do you mean by previous seasons, my friend? Let me know what you mean by that. A bit confused. What you mean by previous seasons? He made you champion. Okay then, so because we're on our worst form since 1953, we might not get top 4. We got slapped out the League Cup. We might not win the FA Cup, might not win the Champions League, might not get Champions League football next season. Like I said, worst form since 1953. No style of play, no identity, making our players get injured. Shocking in fucking press conferences saying he's glad to be at the League Cup. Not checking in on players like Harvey Elliott, even though they're still a part of the football club. Bearing in fucking shocking excuses. Being outplayed by every single team. And that is good. Oh, but he won us the Premier League. Kenny Dalglish won me a League Cup. Should he have got the sack? Yes. Brendan Rodgers almost won me a league title. He got sacked in October of 2015. Do you think we should have kept Brendan Rodgers because he did okay in his little tenure he did at Liverpool? No. I don't care if he won me the league or not. And I know people mention Jurgen Klopp, but Jurgen Klopp had a body of work, a long sustained period of success. You could see the trajectory, you could see the build he was on. Arne Slot, there is no build, you can't see the trajectory. Arne Slot looks like a man who's petrified of losing a football match. He looks petrified that he's going to be losing a football match. He looks absolutely petrified out there. I think Loki is trolling us. The board is embarrassing. Yeah, with Klopp's team, look how we're playing now. I'm not going to take that away from Slot. I think he still deserves credit for winning us the league because there was a bit of an identity. You could see some nice changes last season. But this season, all those good things about Arne Slot have disappeared. There's no plan B. He looks like a manager who's terrified to lose. Look at the body language of the man. You got a guy laughing in press conferences after a game we lost. Where's the mentality? Where is the mindset? This is completely different to Jurgen Klopp. You know? And I was one of the last fans on the YouTube space. Go and watch all your Liverpool content creators. I guarantee you I was one of the last set of fans who wanted Slot gone. Gone. I saw fans wanting Slot out the minute we lost to Palace and Man U. I was Slot out weeks later. I wanted Slot gone after Forest 3-0. Exactly, Slot is flawed. Don't you think? I just think that's not fair on Diego Jota. And if I'm honest, I don't want to comment on it because it's not fair for his family and stuff. And like I said, when it comes to Diego Jota, the only thing that matters ultimately is may him and his brother rest in peace and condolences to the family. That's what I'm going to say on that, because that's not fair on him, because he's unfortunately no longer with us. But chat, good debate, man. You know, I can see some people are still slotting. You know, I've actually seen people who were slot out, slot back in. They're slotted out now, they're slotted back in. Yeah. I think at any minute the ticking time bomb's gonna go, and we're gonna explode and we're gonna go on a losing streak again. I really do. I really, really do. You know, Arne Slot better go and win me the next 5 games. The only way this is somewhat forgiven, if Arne Slot gets me Champions League football and wins me a Champions League, if he goes and wins me the Champions League and gets top 4, you know what? Fair play, because you won the Champions League. But is anyone thinking that Liverpool will win the Champions League? I'm still Slot out, says Clive. FSG back Slot, but not Klopp. FSG out. Slot is not going anywhere. FSG love him. We'll see if they love him if they get top 4 and miss out on the Champions League. We will see if they love him then. Okay, please explain what changes will Slot make this one for Slot in fans. This is the problem with the club. There's people that are genuinely at this club who are Slot in fans, Slot fans, Player FC fans. How about become a Liverpool fan? I'm Liverpool Football Club over Arne Slot, over Mohamed Salah, over Virgil van Dijk. Players come and go, managers come and go, but Liverpool will always be here. Liverpool will never go. Liverpool will be here long after I unfortunately pass, and anybody in the chat. But the manager will be gone, the players will be gone, Liverpool will always be here. And we have to make sure as fans we carry that on, because we have to uphold the standards. This is Liverpool Football Club, the most successful team in England, the biggest team in England. Don't let anyone tell you that. We are one of the biggest teams. We are top 3 biggest teams in world football. Us, Barca, and Real Madrid. We are the top 3. We're bigger than Bayern Munich. I don't care what anyone says. Zia talks. I'll debate you any day of the week, twice on a Sunday. You can't cook me with your fucking £1 glasses, mate. Yeah? Inter Milan, jog on. AC Milan, get in the bin. We have to uphold the standards. You know? And we have to keep the success going on. Does anyone ever say I want to wait another 5 years for a league title? No? No? I want to experience what I experienced in April again. Being at Anfield, watching us win the title against Tottenham. I want those memories consistently. And the thing is, we can, because of the players that we have at the club. So we have to make sure that continues to carry on. and not let the standards drop. But chat, we hopped on for an hour and a half. Good stream. I might be back later, depending if I can get a panel going. And if any more news does drop around about, Alonso with Mark Gahey, because that's going to be interesting now. Konate as well. So, yeah, appreciate everyone for jumping in, man. Smash up the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. And, yeah, content coming up. We might have a show later. Might do a watch along. We've got the AFCON tomorrow, so hopefully Mo Salah can get to the final and win AFCON and finally get some credit more he deserves. Because again, I don't care. He's one of the most disrespected players of this generation, and I want him to win AFCON, man. I want him to go and win AFCON. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone for jumping in. Thank you all, and take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Up the Reds, smash the likes, and who knows? Hopefully, we can win the FA Cup or the Champs. Take care. Goodbye.